Hello, Sam here, editor of Oracle Time, and today I'm here with one of the brightest new additions to retro slanted divers, the Christopher Ward C65 Chronograph. In the ever-growing ocean of late 60s inspired divers, most stick to the same kind of formula, that stripped-back utilitarian look taken from mil-spec Navy commissions and professional diving watches. Which is a shame really, as a good diver can really show off a bit of colour. Case in point, the Christopher Ward C65 Chronograph. The star of the show is, without a doubt, the dial. A lovely royal blue, a touch brighter than what you generally get on divers, it's complemented by plenty of white in the subdials and minute track, pretty much shorthand for nautical, along with flashes of lighter blue and red on the 30-second counter at 3 o'clock, a la classic regatta timers. If you look closely, those same colours are matched with dots on the outer edge of the indexes. Even the date window uses red numerals instead of black. It's all overseen by a sharply pointed central chronograph hand in orange. There's a lot going on, but it works. It's the kind of look we're more used to seeing from brands like Fairer, but it suits Christopher Ward nicely. Fortunately, it's not all about colour, and the C65 balances style with all the substance of a proper diving watch. That includes a unidirectional rotating bezel, and an incredibly thin one at that, hinting at its retro roots. Not that Christopher Ward was around in the 1960s, but when has that ever stopped them? The screw-down chronograph pushers are as secure and mechanically satisfying as you'd expect, though have the unavoidable downside of being a pain to regularly use. It was a little frustrating the few times I went to use the chrono, but then not using screw-down pushers on a diving watch is a death sentence, so I can't really hold that against Christopher Ward. The chronograph itself is powered by a Solita SW510 automatic, a bicompax movement with a 48-hour power reserve. It's essentially the Valjoux 7750, often cited as the world's greatest chronograph movement, with a couple more joules for better reliability over time. It's solid, accurate, and can take a fair few knocks, just what you need. The stainless steel case is nice to look at, but it does have a couple of downsides. Water resistance isn't as high as some of the more modern versions of Christopher Ward's divers at 150 metres. The C60, for instance, can reach the 600 mark. And the case is a touch larger at 41mm. I'd have preferred more vintage sizing or greater depth resistance. Ideally both, but that is asking a lot. That said, the case isn't exactly bulky and sits on the wrist nicely even under a shirt sleeve which, let's be honest, is more likely how you'll wear the C65, not in a wetsuit. It's the same sort of feeling I have with the Tudor Black Bay Chronograph SMG, which, by the way, I love. It's a great looking watch with bundles of retro charm, but as the regatta colouring suggests, more for staying on the deck than jumping in the water. Price-wise, the C65 Chronograph is perfectly in line with Christopher Ward's other diving chronos. That means £1,695 on the ultra-cool textured blue rubber, or £1,800 on a bracelet. I'd definitely go for the former. Not only is it more comfortable, but as seems like the idea behind the entire watch, the more colour, the better. Thanks for watching, don't forget to like and subscribe for all the latest watch news and reviews, and let us know in the comments what you think of Christopher Ward's latest retro release.